It has happened. iRacing has just released the first insight into what the 2024 Season 4 will entail. New tracks, cars, and weather developments are all a major part of it, but that's not it. There are plenty of bug fixes and other developments that are being made, and in today's video, I'll be going over a lot of them. If you do end up enjoying, consider hitting the subscribe button so you never miss another video, and as always, Discord link will be in the description down below. But now, let's get straight into the first edition. So the first part I'll be going over in this video is the tracks. And for Season 4, there will only be one new addition to the list, and that is Cadwell Park. A track, as iRacing put it, nestled in the woods of Lincolnshire, England. They really try to make it sound fancy, don't they? Anyway, they say that all 4 configurations will be added, and that it'll be beautifully suited to your lower power Formula and sports cars. Now the second track is not new, but will basically look as if it were. As Spa-Francorchamps, arguably one of the most famous tracks, is finally, after some time, getting a rescan. It will include all the new facility improvements, resurfaced roads, and some significant changes from out of T1 La Source and up through Arouge and Radillon. Anything new they're adding is being built from scratch, and some existing parts of the track are too. But now, for possibly the most important part, iRacing have said themselves that users who already own Spa will not need to repurchase the new scan of it, and that anyone who does not own it will still only have to buy it once and they will get both the historic and new Spa. So pretty much nothing changes on that front, which is good, as there have been times when we've been forced to rebuy something we already owned as something new or the newer model of it came out. Now probably the most exciting part about every season build, the cars. We have been promised 3 brand new cars, although iRacing did say that they were close to releasing a 4th and 5th, but have said they wanted to make sure they were perfect, so decided to hold back on those. Meaning in the first season of 2025, those 2 cars may come into play, but we are not sure of what they are just yet. But for now, we have 3 new cars, 2 sports and 1 oval. The first new sports car will be the BMW M4 GT4 Evo. The current BMW is based on the 2018 F82 variant, and since there's been a new model released in real life, iRacing believed it was about time they released it on the sim too, as it's visually different and drives quite differently as well. The only thing, however, is the current headlights for this release are not the one-to-one replicas of the real deal, but they've been promised to get those added in ASAP. Now for the people who already own the current BMW GT4, as usual, you'll get some credits back if you bought it in the last year, and the amount of credits will depend on how recent within that year. So sadly, no, you will not get the new model for free. Now for series, this new GT4 car will obviously be running in the GT4 series. However, it will also run in the BMW M Power Tour, which iRacing have said they're reconfiguring to make it solely a series with that car, and no other BMWs. So in essence, it will be like the Ferrari Challenge series. And if you think about it, another great series for drivers just getting out of rookies. So as before they had the endurance cars and they had the prototypes, now it'll solely be this new GT4 car. Now car number 2. Definitely the one that I think has created the most hype, and never had an official statement other than this Instagram post, which basically confirmed it. The McLaren 720S GT3 Evo. However, sadly, they haven't said much about the car and series it will run in, although I assume it will be the same as any other GT3 car, as the GT4s are all in the GT4 series. But nonetheless, there isn't much more information on this car other than the picture, and that is definitely coming in the Season 4 build. Now for the final car, we have an all-new Mini stock. Its debut will be in both pavement and dirt variants, meaning anyone interested in dirt oval will be able to give this puppy a try too. It is going to be a free car, which is perfect, and for the rookie series of both dirt and road oval, meaning anyone can just hop in and race them without any extra costs. Just what we want to hear on iRacing, a sim where you go bankrupt. So those were the major changes or additions for the 2024 Season 4 build. However, there are still plenty more changes. The first one being spotty rain, which is basically the unknown, as in when will the rain happen? It says it could rain now, but will it? Again, this is a step into the direction of realism, and is definitely a major advancement on the Tempest weather system in iRacing. Another smaller addition is more rain tyres, meaning more cars that are now available to rainy races. These include all the TCR class cars and the Renault Clio and Ford FR500S. Now, a pretty small but significant one for the racing side of things, you will now be able to see other people qualifying during a race session. Whilst before it was not possible to go onto another driver's perspective whilst on the replay screen waiting for qualifying end, now you can. Definitely a cool feature in my opinion, as in real life racing, everyone can see each other qualifying. There have also been some fixes for the dirt, where some drivers had been finding an issue with lighter cars as they transitioned from the dirt onto the pavement in a race or any other session. So basically some bug fixes there. Another major change is iRacing are looking to improve their multi-class racing split by having a larger variety of car sim splits, so it's not just dominated by one specific manufacturer. It's a new system that iRacing have put a lot of thought into and still may not be putting into the Season 4 build. However, during week 13, there will be a test series where they'll be trying out the new system. So hey, why not give it a try and see for yourself? Second, there's no harm. No iRating loss, worries, or safety rating plummets, just some fun. And as what I suppose is their idea of an incentive, not quite an incentive for me, but yeah, on their idea it is, you'll be awarded the I Tested Award. Yippee! So cool, right? Anyway, moving on. There will now be an instant AI capability as well on race sessions, where instead of pressing register for the next race or register for next practice, there will be a button to choose instant AI. If you want to test out the series and racing at the specific combination, you can now press the race against AI button and it will instantly create a solo race for you against the AI. This could very well become a pretty useful tool for you, so you're not just jumping into race sessions without the knowledge of what it can be side by side. Now that concludes all the new features coming to the sim. However, iRacing in the same article went over some things to look out for in the future. These included new tyres and physics, a graphics engine update, new sim UI, track upgrades, and of course, future content. But there you have it. That is what's coming in iRacing for the Season 4 of 2024 build. These times are always exciting and bring cool speculations and theories. But now, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join my Discord, and I can't wait to see you guys out there on the new tracks in your fancy new machines.